I'm Martin Smith and this is your MaxiForex Week in Review. Today we'll cover some of the major events of the past week and discuss how they impact the global currency markets. The euro declined against the US dollar after the move by the European Central Bank failed to convince investors that the region's crisis is abating. The ECB made 3-year loans available to 800 financial institutions to provide liquidity to the economy of the Eurozone, boosting the supply of the 17-nation currency. As the second Greek aid package has been wrapped up, the Eurozone continues to remain vulnerable to recession. The euro was trading at 131.96 last Friday, a decrease of minus 0.86%. The British pound declined the most in a week against the US dollar after a German report came out indicating that retail sales in Germany unexpectedly decreased in January, damping demand for assets with strong links to the euro region. The British pound was last trading at 158.29, a decrease of minus 0.78%. The US dollar increased to a 9-month high against the yen after Federal Reserve Chairman Bernanke left doubt about a third round of asset purchases and deflation continues in Japan. Bernanke announced that elevated unemployment and subdued inflation meant that interest rates will likely remain low. The Japanese yen was trading at 81.68 last Friday, an increase of 0.72%. The Canadian dollar increased the most since January versus the US dollar on speculation that accelerating global growth will boost the nation's exports. Jobless insurance claims and consumer confidence rose in the USA, Canada's largest trading partner. On March the 8th, Canadian central bankers will meet to determine interest rates. The Canadian dollar was last seen trading at 0.9881, an increase of 0.29%. In commodities, oil declined the most since December after Saudi Arabia announced that a pipeline fire wasn't the result of sabotage. The swing in the price of oil last week and reports of the fire in Saudi Arabia, the world's biggest crude oil exporter, showed the vulnerability of markets to disruption in supply as sanctions decreased sales from Iran. The commodity traded mixed last week, closing at $106.70 a barrel, which is a decrease of minus 1.97%. Gold edged higher on Friday after the price of gold decreased last week with the announcement by the Federal Reserve Chairman Bernanke, which cast doubt on further quantitative easing. Gold was last trading at $1,711.78 an ounce, a decrease of minus 0.35%. Well, that's all we have time for today. I hope you've enjoyed this week's review and you'll join us next week. Until then, be sure to visit us at MaxiForex.ru.